This is my Cobra 29 lxle. This is a really cool radio. This is the first radio out that really had a redesigning of the front of the radio, giving it an electronic display, push button controls. Still basically just the Cobra 29 with a new face. So it was really neat. So I picked one up when they came out. And, you know, I like it. It works well. There's only one problem with the radio, and that's because of the push button interface. There's no switches to rewire to something like, say, a noise toy or a key up or a Roger beep to turn it off. So that's a drawback of the radio. Really, the only way to wire something with an on-off switch is either to figure out where this turns something on and off, which I'm sure is possible, which you'll lose a function of one of the switches, which I hate. Or you drill a hole somewhere in the back or side or bottom of the radio and put a switch in, and I hate that as well. It's ugly, it protrudes, you know, sticks out, gets caught on stuff. So I came up with a mod that allows me to turn on an accessory that's in the radio and turn it off whenever I need to without modifying a function of a switch or drilling a hole and putting a switch in the radio. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to show you keying the radio, and there's no key up sound. Then I have this little knob, an old radio knob. Now I take this old radio knob and I put it right on top of the radio like that, and it keys up. It has a key up sound. If I take the knob off, the key up sound is gone. So if I put this right on the top here, key up, take it off, no key up sound. And this is just my keying box, so I can use my studio mic, which occurs to me, you may think I'm piping the audio in externally, because, you know, I do have a studio mic and a preamp, and, you know, I could input whatever I wanted. So sure, let's see. So let's disconnect what I got in there now, and we'll grab an old Cobra coffin mic, okay, and we'll plug this in. Okay, alright, so you see, old coffin mic, so nothing, which I have to clean that switch because it's a little scratchy. So then I'm going to put my little knob on top of the radio, key up, take the knob off the radio, no key up. Need to put my knob back on the radio, key up. And then, even if you said, oh well, you probably modified an old coffin mic, which I wouldn't do. Coffin mics are way too nice to modify. So if you thought that's what I did, I've got no mic hooked up to the radio. Let's see if we can. So as you can see, I shorted the TX. The sound is built into the radio. Okay. So that's how I was able to modify this so that I didn't have to lose any switches. Now, I'm not going to tell you how I did it because I kind of came up with this and I kind of wanted to be like the only one that had it, and that's why I didn't make a video. I've had this for a while, and I'm sure somebody will watch this and say, I know how he does that, now I'm going to go do it. Whatever. You've seen it here first, okay? You've seen it here first. You can do this with anything. You could do it with a key up, Roger beep, any kind of noise toy, anything that has an on-off function in the radio that you want to turn on and off. And the other cool thing is when you have that on there, it kind of looks like you have a knob mounted in the radio in the weirdest spot ever, like right through the board of the radio. And people go, why would you mount a knob there? As a matter of fact, you can set this up so that it can be anywhere. Now, it does have to be in a specific spot, so if I move that knob here, it doesn't work. I have to actually have it right on the right spot. Alright, but I can have that spot anywhere on the radio that I want. But this allows me to keep a completely stock face, stock buttons. Everything does what it's supposed to, and there's no ugly holes drilled into this radio for a switch. So there you have it. Thanks for watching.